Hey guys, welcome back to Coolest Gamers. I'm Pete.
I'm Dylan.
I'm Nick T.
We're back for episode 2 of What If. This time, as it kind of spoils us here, we're gonna get a kind of sad one. It'll be very exciting because it's What If T'Challa was Star-Lord. Unfortunately, though, this was Chadwick Boseman's last thing he ever did. So this is gonna be his last time we're ever gonna see him in any production of anything. And it's going to be the last time we hear his voice, specifically as T'Challa.
Wow. So wait, when was this? How did they? This is the last thing.
This has been done in the making for a while. I assume, given that it seems like, and again, we don't know all the details of that because it's not our business.
Of course.
But it seems like top brass at Marvel and Kevin Feige obviously knew somewhat of his diagnosis.
They kept it under wraps.
And so they probably respected that, and also probably did some really cool things that he probably wanted to do as well.
That's awesome.
Because they knew the outlook didn't look good.
Of course.
So unfortunately, yes, it went that way. We lost our king. So this will be a little bit bittersweet because I'm sure it'll be a great episode. I'm sure it'll be a funny episode in a lot of ways, but it'll also be weird hearing his voice for the last time. So. You guys have any thoughts on that of what you're looking forward to of Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa?
I'm sure they're probably going to give a probably something at the end to memorialize.
I would
him.
imagine.
That's a no-brainer. It'll be sad, but he would not have wanted anyone watching this to be sad. He would have wanted everyone watching it to enjoy, and we'll do our best to do that.
Yeah, I mean, all that, obviously. But in terms of, content of the episode, I'm really excited to see... Because this one just seems like the most out there, right? Like, the Captain Carter... or whatever,
it's a little change.
Right, it's a small change that two people that were already in the same room swap places.
Right.
T'Challa and Peter Quill couldn't be... attitude-wise, where in the world they are,
roles,
how this is going to play out will be very.
It changes the whole Guardians of the Galaxy for the future. The Guardians of the Galaxy go on and help save the universe a couple times over. So,
and what's that mean for Peter Quill?
Exactly. Right? Where's he even at?
He's stuck at the hospital.
Yeah, he might be. I mean, did any of that even happen?
Well,
did Ego even murder his mom? Maybe he's living a great life. You have no idea.
No one,
Yeah, so he could just be a regular human and nothing ever happens to him.
That is crazy, yeah.
Who knows? There's a lot to talk about here, including just enjoying this for our last time. So guys, without further ado, we're going to jump into this. So 3, 2, 1. Chadwick Boseman, man. This is weird seeing that again.
Reality.
Oh, we get Josh Brolin in this too. And Kurt Russell, so we get some Ego.
Yep.
That's great.
This is in this episode.
Yeah.
All this episode.
So Thanos is going to be in this episode.
I guess, in some way. So 2014 Guardians, we were on Morag where the Power Stone was. So I guess T'Challa does the same thing.
Is he going to dance?
He didn't look like he danced at all. That's not his style.
Yeah.
I love that device. That little gravity device that pulls it out. He uses it later on the soldiers.
Oh, Star-Lord!
What?
They know who that is in this universe.
Because probably in this universe he's not like all the beings.
He has actual respect here.
Neither is necessary.
Treating him like a king.
Yeah, literally.
Should I not use the gun?
Go ahead. Really? Please.
No, it's not a problem.
It's so funny.
It's okay.
You sure?
Go ahead. Use
The
the gun.
dynamic is so
Oh yeah, I love it. Wow. Yeah, that was. Oh my god, that was frying you. Especially with his implants he has in.
Great shots.
Yeah.
Just
like the,
it's stormtroopers.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Nameless, yeah.
Yep.
Wow, he takes him with him.
Yeah.
A Ravager
Did he
never
tell
flies
Yondu
solo.
about this place?
Because in Guardians,
Oh, it's gonna be
right?
the needle.
It's
It's
the needle.
it's yeah. There it is. You heard the whistling.
Yeah,
You knew
right.
it coming.
It's taken a while.
Yeah. I like that there's still the comedy of Star-Lord as well.
Yeah.
System
So
for
in
extinction.
this universe,
You know
the
as well as I,
Ravagers
no
actually
treasure
do
is
things
what-
to help people.
Right.
That's
The
how it
old
changed
ways
this
were
whole
how
way.
Ravagers used to do.
Yeah, which is what Peter did. Because remember, Peter screwed Yondu in the
Yeah.
first one. He didn't even tell him he was here.
Yeah, he was ready to kill him.
And then completely buttered him out and was going to sell it to the highest bidder.
Yeah.
The beginning of
That's
his
a cool
journey
shot.
was much more.
That is beautiful.
Yondu outsourced the assignment to his subordinates.
And they messed up. Because were they there for Peter?
Yeah.
They were. And they messed up.
Exploding?
Yeah, why he doesn't seem
Sounds
No. I mean,
Why stop it?
Well,
he's got advanced technology as well, so.
That's true. He's used to that.
And he wanted to explore.
Yeah.
What better way to do it?
I wonder what his dad.
Yeah, like, do they care? Do they look
Yeah,
for him?
They'll probably show it.
Or, I mean, what happens on Earth must just be crazy.
Yeah.
Because of that.
How exactly did you stop Thanos?
What?
Mad Titan from decimating half of the universe. Oh, no, I'm a big enough man to admit when I'm wrong.
What?
Wow.
What?
What?
He talked
He
about
took them out of the whole plan?
Although I still assert my plan was not without its merits.
Dude, I
What is
hate
going on?
Dude, Peter
That
Quill
was the
sucks.
biggest. This is all Peter Quill's fault at the end of the day.
Holy shit, dude. That
Is
was
he still gonna?
amazing.
Is he gonna meet Gamora still out here? There's
Dave
Drax.
Batista.
Please.
How about that?
Is it? I don't think it is Dave.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
The whole world
Doesn't sound like him.
one
Yeah.
of these way.
Oh,
Also, his wife and daughter are alive here as well.
That's,
I just love how he's a bartender here.
You know, everything out here is great. I wonder if things back on Earth are
Right or
not gonna be
bad,
terrible.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Cha-Cha.
Wow. What?
very different.
Nebula is so different.
Guess she ended up not
Well,
working for.
well, also, Thanos is probably not ripping her apart and replacing her with
You
cybernetics.
know he gardens now. You should talk to him. He
Thanos garden.
Yeah. Well, he already. I think gardened on Earth after everything snapped too.
Yeah, I love Josh.
It's
Brolin.
true.
Well, not on Earth. Where was he?
Yeah, when he went to that one planet.
It had been destroyed.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Just another senseless war. Baba won.
Yeah.
Turns out he was right.
So there was a downside.
Yeah. That's what I figured.
Literally
It
everything.
couldn't
else
have been
was
too.
better.
It was too.
Yeah, it was too
true,
perfect.
Your offspring?
Adopted.
Adopted.
It's a long story. I've been trying to get them into counseling.
What is it? Why is he perfect?
I know.
Why did they make
That was you.
the collector way more
When I
jacked?
went straight to
I know,
Von
right?
saw it open.
Dang.
Man, the Collector has crazy power now in
Yeah.
this world.
Yeah, that's why he's jacked.
He's got the Black Order doing security. Take it from me.
Wow, that's no
Bad
good.
news. How do you plan on sneaking
The Black
past
Order is the
it?
ones that worked for him, were all those underlings, children of Thanos.
Try calling me Captain Genocide again, new guy. Captain Genocide.
Cosmo! Let him out.
Dude, why?
He's a guardian.
What? Really?
He's a guardian of the galaxy, yeah.
Compensate for
Howard the Duck, baby!
Yeah, or small if you
Oh
can.
my God! This dude is.
You are quite articulate.
We freeze Howard the Duck.
Give me the talk.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
He's drinking a martini.
It's a diversion. Sound the alarms. Lock down the building.
Yeah, a little bit. Something. Ooh, it's a ship from Black Panther.
Yeah, Wakanda.
That's why it activated with his necklace.
That is crazy.
A little bit of theme right there. That's great.
They probably went into the real world to try and find him, and that's probably what else would led to the.
Right.
You think they left Earth?
I don't know
I
if they
think
left
they left-
Earth,
they
but
left
they might
their
have left
seclusion.
Into
They're
the,
no
yeah,
longer
and that's what
isolated.
led to the war and them
Yeah.
being discovered.
Because they were hidden for so long.
Yeah,
and now that once they
damn.
were-
Yeah, T'Challa's the one that brought them out.
Exactly.
You can understand. I had a debt with the collector.
What?
You were the payment.
Nebula still betrays here, doesn't she?
That's messed up.
You don't belong down there with them. You
He was
belong
a
up
king
here.
down, or prince.
He's still saying the world's too small. I mean, look at all the good he's
You are
done.
not my family. You never were.
Oh, that's
That's hurtful, yeah. Yeah, he's just mad.
He just it's for that one guy. He just met him.
Victor is ready for you.
Oh, bro, I would have just walked with you.
Yeah, it's like, well, you didn't have to nothing. I would have gone peacefully.
Let's go a few rounds and you can find out.
Correct.
I to my best friend T'Challa. You
His best friend. He's like a parasocial relationship with John.
Okay, so she's
Double
doing
cross.
a double cross.
Oh, I guess a triple cross in a way.
Yeah, I guess. How
All
much
of
bigger
his
he is than
providing
everybody
you
else.
the necessary
I love it.
He's a titan.
Close to his chest.
So there's something on him. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she did betray the collector once again.
I hacked it off the
Yeah, it's a
carcass.
Cronin.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
Terribly chatty Cronin. Is it?
Jesus.
What's his name? Cool. Not Korg? What's his
Yeah,
name?
it could be Korg.
Yeah.
Could be
Oh,
literally
is
Korg's
that
arm.
Cap Shield?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And he has
Isn't that Thor's
Mjolnir.
hammer?
Yeah, Mjolnir. He's got Hela's helmet.
What?
I mean, he's killed all of them? I mean, how powerful is the Collector, man?
What? How...
I like the devices he has to be able to recall weapons to him. Yeah, man. Oh, nice.
Get to the ship. Man.
Man Titan.
A little corny, but I like
Yeah,
it.
it's a little corny, but it's still funny. I mean, he's basically impervious, so. Yeah, so he'll be fine.
It's so weird seeing Thanos in like a good guy role.
I know. Yeah, and now him versus Black Dwarf. This is something I actually always wanted to
Is that
see.
what that guy's name was?
Yeah. Oh. Nebula, help your dad. Waiting to the last second. Oh, Lord, no.
What?
Gave him the Genesis Embers.
What did that do to something?
I mean, it was extreme growth, right? Yeah. Oh, man.
He's got 20
And
points.
he always dies the worst death.
Strong.
He's literally jacked, dude.
He's got all this equipment
Yes,
too.
there you go.
You got it all.
Little instrumental, love it. Push him in his own cage. Ooh, what a shot. That is awesome.
I have some idea.
Oh, jeez.
He becomes the new collector.
Yeah, Karina's gonna abuse him, like, a lot. Not like he's gonna rip limb from limb.
Yeah.
They'll eat him probably.
Reminds me of that Hunger Games scene with the
Yeah, with President
yeah,
Snow.
yeah.
Are we gonna, like, accidentally, like, make this Celestial alive again?
Yeah, right. That's what, like, it's growth.
How do I feel about that cha-cha? They took Cosmo! Yay! They took Cosmo.
There ain't no place in this galaxy
Oh, that's
where you don't belong.
Yeah, man.
I took him when he was 5.
Yeah, basically.
awful lot like genocide.
No, because it's random. Then I might add, efficient.
I mean, they keep trolling us with that concept.
To another.
Peter,
Oh, that's kind of depressing. What the fuck?
here's your ending for. Still listening to his music, and he's at DQ.
Can't spare a little
Wow,
time.
Ego comes to find
Dear
him.
old dad. Too
Wow.
bad this might spell the end of the world.
What?
But that's a story for another day.
Damn, and you're gonna leave us like that?
And it's messed up.
Alright.
Nice Dairy Queen promotional.
Well, yeah, was he? Yeah, and then of course.
Oh,
Wakanda forever, baby, man.
that's...
Rest in peace, King. Yeah, I mean, we knew that we knew they had to give that dedication, which is weird that they didn't do that in the movie. So,
Yeah.
yeah, great to see. Great performance. I thought he was the best conveyed, honestly, over voice acting, because that's a hard thing to do
It's
to
very
translate.
It's
Like, if
for
you're a regular actor, you don't just automatically means you're a great
That's
voice
exact-
actor.
yeah.
It's a whole different experience. Like, you know, I thought Michael Rooker was good there as well, but a great last performance, a lot of
Yeah,
fun,
it was really fun.
really enjoyable episode for me. Definitely miles above the first episode,
I
and
agree.
that's no shot at that. It's just this was just more random. It was more fun. It was
A much
more
bigger
kooky.
scale, yeah.
Yeah, I loved it. I mean, Dill, what'd you think?
Yeah, I think the show is going to be good when it is just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think what Nick T just said, the scope and the scale of it was much bigger.
Yeah.
So to just see Thanos and, you know, characters that we all know from, you know, in those kind of roles, it was a lot of fun.
They got Josh Brolin back to voice them.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just
and
crazy.
Josh Brolin's fantastic.
Oh, he's a great actor.
No, it was really enjoyable. I definitely liked it more than the first episode. I would agree with that.
Yeah. What do you come down on it?
I loved it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I mean, I think it was really interesting to see. I mean, it's a bit of a double-edged sword because, like, it was great to see all the good that you know that was done in the universe. Given that it was T'Challa, but a little sad that Peter gets stuck, you know, mopping the floors.
I mean, there is going to be a story there.
There is a story
Yeah.
there, but the fact that might spell bad things for Earth with Ego now being.
That's what Utu said. Yeah.
So, like, that's very interesting. I really like all the because of how different of a concept it was, how different everything turned out because of that. You
Yeah.
know? So I really like just how many changes happened because of this.
The universe became a better place. I mean, first and foremost, Thanos, and they keep making the joke of his plan throughout the episode that, it sounds like genocide. Oh, but it's random, right?
Yeah.
That's basically what those two movies, those Avengers movies were. And now you get to make fun of it a little bit, and he becomes this kind of decent adopted dad and good person with the Ravagers, and is helping still save the universe, which is exactly what he wanted to do, but maybe doing it in a better way.
You know, I thought it was really funny. It's like, and you have to admit, it wasn't without merit.
Yeah.
And he's like, it would be efficient.
He's trying to keep justifying it. You know, and that just shows the kind of character that T'Challa is. You know, he's just such a great character in the sense that it's not always going to be violence and fighting that's going to solve things. With villains, sometimes it's words and conversations.
Absolutely.
And, you know, to think that everything that happened in obviously the cinematic universe could have been different if whoever Star-Lord was able to just talk to him and talk some sense into him and talk about realigning resources, which we've always said.
Everyone made that.
He talked Thanos out of a Thanos mindset, and I think that was one of the most appreciative things of the episode.
No, I completely agree. I think it's he just has a better way with words, obviously, than Peter does, and he could touch people's hearts in different ways.
Well, to add to that, I think the fact it's funny because like even though he was lifted out of his position of royalty, like in a way he still carried the diplomacy of a king.
He did.
He still figured
absolutely.
like a king would rule not always with force, but with negotiation and diplomacy. So I think that translated even to his role in Star-Lord.
I mean, in changing Thanos' life, he changed Nebula's life for the better, right? She wasn't tortured as she was. It changes Yondu's life, where he became a way better person than he did in our cinematic universe, where he really became, like, he had his moments, but he really did the correct thing at the end of Guardians 2. It really took him up to that point to get there.
I mean, now all the Ravagers, really, instead of just being
exactly.
space pirates.
Yes, the character that Sean Gunn plays and stuff like that, all of them were better people and better for it.
And you know what I love? You can just start thinking about things. Like, I was thinking the whole episode, I wonder where's Gamora. But, like, he probably never met her. Because remember, he met her when he was on that bloodthirsty quest of destroying the planet.
Exactly.
So he probably never meets Gamora. Yeah. And she's an unknown character in this universe, potentially.
Did T'Challa get to know Thanos halfway through that mission? Did the mission never start? I mean, there is a lot of questions, and that's the fun
part
of what if of that and the idea of inspiration behind the comic in the first place. We get to see cool characters like this. And we see Howard the Duck again. The Collector now is the one that is kind of on top with tons of power running in underground gangster kind of style there. So it was funny just to see him jacked and that the Black Order works for him.
Right.
And to see roles reversed. I really do enjoy that, and I enjoy seeing characters that maybe we haven't seen before or ones we do recycled into different roles.
Right.
And to see who's on top there. As for the Peter stuff, I have a feeling that was their way of telling us that even if not this season, because we know we're already getting another season of this, maybe that story is coming to fruition.
Between Ego and Peter there that changes the course of the Earth.
Yeah, so in Guardians 2, if you remember, Ego had a plan called the Expansion, and so the idea is he could put little seedlings on planets, and they would also become him, and it was to take over everything.
Like a hive mind type.
One of them was, the Expansion was right under a DQ restaurant.
That's right.
So it connects that Peter is working at a DQ restaurant. I assume he still probably killed Peter's mom in this. And then I guess, hey, maybe Peter, being the slacker he stays on Earth. He doesn't apply himself. And I'm just speculating. So he ends up working at a DQ and doesn't aspire to anything more. Right. And that's when Ego kind of walks in and, hey, it's still a threat for the universe. That would be fascinating to go forward and to see what happens. I also like, too, the little bit of accents that they had in T'Challa's costume.
Yes.
He not only has the necklace, right, but there's a little bit of a shade of purple in there with his outfit and stuff like that. So he still has some of the symbols. So there's a hearkening back to what he was as royalty.
Definitely. It's got his flavor in there,
Absolutely. I mean, what'd you guys think of that ending scene of seeing the two kind of families come together? That, hey, Wakanda wasn't destroyed. It seems like it's thriving, whether hidden or not from the world, and was it heartwarming for you? I mean, how'd you guys feel about that?
I think it was really heartwarming. I'm happy that, one, Wakanda wasn't destroyed, two, that his family wasn't dead, because we know the tragedy that Wakandan's face, between T'Chaka being
Yes.
murdered, a whole. I mean, just in general, Wakanda faced tragedy.
Mm-hmm.
So like it was nice to see it play out very differently for that nation.
Yeah, I wonder how different the world is. Honestly, like, have they been exposed to it now that T'Chaka's alive? Because
Right.
none of that stuff maybe happens with Zemo and him dying. I mean,
Exactly.
how did you feel about that ending scene?
No, I like the ending a lot. This is going to be obviously the last piece of media that he was ever a part of.
Yeah.
So giving his character a happy ending, I think, was appropriate. I think it would have left even if it was done realistically, which maybe a more realistic route would have been arguing that something bad would have happened.
Right.
I think it would have left a bad taste in my mouth, and I think a lot of people's mouths, that the last piece of media he ever did, he had to face tragedy at the end of it.
I agree.
I think they were good to stay away from that. It's a very wholesome ending, and I think it's a very good way to wrap up his character for good.
Yeah. No, it's a great point, just because we were saying throughout the reaction that while he's doing all this greatness in the universe, something there has to be a trade-off.
Right.
Something bad had to happen for him not being on Earth, and it looks like there really wasn't. Nothing of any major consequence.
Yes.
And I think it's a wholesome moment because it's him, kind of being quote unquote with his Marvel family one more time. But being with us and in our homes that we're watching it now, and kind of being part of our family one more time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was great to see. I think that was really well said. Any other final thoughts you guys have?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm just now, having seen this one, I'm much more excited to see what's next.
Yeah, because these were the two big ones that were promoted.
Right.
So where are we going? I mean, we have some ideas there.
Yeah,
Is that zombie Captain America?
Nah, and zombie.
Oh yeah.
Could be.
A whole
There
zombie.
might be a comic storyline
Zombies
that's
come
called
around.
Marvel Zombies.
Never mind. I'll
No.
find out.
Hey, who knows? But guys, let us know what you think in the comments below about episode 2, Chadwick Boseman's unfortunate final performance, in general, in media, and as T'Challa. Let us know what you think of that down below. It was wholesome. It was right. It was the right way to send off this character, and it was also a really fun, entertaining episode with a lot of good jokes, I think.
Absolutely.
So let us know what you thought down below. Like the video, subscribe channel, share with your friends if you'd be so kind. And until next week, we'll have episode 3 of What If. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Thanks.